I feel compelled to share with you some of Mark Twain's own words. In Innocents Abroad, his travelogue. The further we went toward Jerusalem, the hotter the sun got and the more rocky and bare, repulsive and dreary the landscape became. There could not have been more fragments of stone strewn broadcast over this part of the world. There was hardly a tree or a shrub anywhere. Even the olive and the cactus, those fast friends of a worthless soil, had almost deserted the country. No landscape exists that is more tiresome to the eye than that which bounds the approaches to Jerusalem. The only difference between the roads and the surrounding country, perhaps, is that there are rather more rocks in the road than in the surrounding country. And when he sees Jerusalem, so small, why, it was no larger than an American village of 4,000 inhabitants. Jerusalem numbers only 14,000 people. Hold on to that figure. The population of Jerusalem recently crossed the threshold of 800,000. That means over the course of 152 years, a population increase of over 5,500%. Prophetic times. Now, Mark Twain goes on to describe what a puny city Jerusalem is. A fast walker could go outside the walls of Jerusalem and walk entirely around the city in an hour. I do not know how else to make one understand how small it is. Rags, wretchedness, poverty, and dirt abound. Lepers, cripples, the blind, and the idiotic assail you on every hand. Jerusalem is mournful and dreary and lifeless. I would not desire to live here. And at the end of his trip, of all the lands there are for dismal scenery, I think Palestine must be the prince. The hills are barren, they are dull of color, they are unpicturesque in shape. The valleys are unsightly deserts fringed with a feeble vegetation that has an expression about it of being sorrowful and despondent. It is a hopeless, dreary, heartbroken land. Palestine sits in sackcloth and ashes. Over it broods the spell of a curse that has withered its fields and fettered its energies. Renowned Jerusalem itself, the stateliest name in history, has lost all its ancient grandeur and has become a pauper village. Palestine is desolate and unlovely. And why should it be otherwise? Can the curse of the deity beautify a land? Palestine is no more of this workday world. It is sacred to poetry and tradition. It is dreamland. Well, 152 years can make a big difference, can't they? I often think about these words when we get stuck in traffic jams in the super highways of modern Israel. What would Mark Twain have to say now? And maybe the only purpose of his visit was to give us a reference frame to appreciate just how prophetic the times are in which we're living.